Welcome back to this channel. This is Design with LEESI. In today's video, we are going to look at how to create this flyer design using just your mobile phone. So if you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I post any valuable video like this. So guys, without much further ado, let's dive into today's video. So the size we are going to be using in today's video is 736 by 736. So to set your size, this is what you have to do. Go over to these three dots here. So when you tap on that three dot, tap on the three dots there, tap on it. So among the options here, you are going to see image size. So this is image size. So tap on that image size it will bring out an interface like this. Tap on the width, change the width to 736. Tap on the height, change the height to 736. So this is the aspect ratio we are going to be using in this design. So first things first, let's design our background before we start doing anything else. All right, so to do this, we have to change the color of the background to green color. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. So to change the color of your background, tap on this icon here, the hexagon icon there. So when you tap on that, you are going to see shapes. All right, tap on shapes. So in this shape here, we are going to scroll down, change the color to this green color that you see. So if you need this color code, it is here. It's going to show up on the screen. All right, so this is the color code 064E29. So if you don't know how to input this color code, this is what you are going to do. So tap on this pen icon that is there. Just tap on the pen icon. So when you tap on it, you are going to see where to input this color code. So you are going to tap on this to edit this and input that color code which I just mentioned. All right, so that is that. So we are going to have this shape. So you are going to scale up this shape using this handle that you see here to fill up the entire background. So we are having this in our design. So when you are done setting up this, tap on this good icon to confirm that. So for the background not to move, we have to lock it to the screen. So to do that, go over to the layer panel here. So when you tap on the layer panel, you are going to see this interface. So what we are going to do, tap on the lock button to lock that to the background. All right, so I'm going to tap on that now to lock that to my background, and we have gotten that. So the next step we have to do is to bring in the baby's image, and to do that, I'm going to tap on the plus button at the top left corner of my screen. Tap on the plus button. Among the option here, select from gallery. So we are picking that from our gallery. All right, so this is the baby's image which I'm going to use for this design. So it's just for practice purpose. I have no right to this image. All right, so this is it. So when you bring this in, tap on the good button to confirm that. All right, so you are going to scale this up to full the screen. All right, scale it up and place it above just this way. Just place it above this way. All right, so we have something like this. So see, this edge is very sharp. So how do we blend this to the background? There's another option we can use. We can use pixellab to blend this, but I will show you how to blend this using pixellab. In my future video, I'll do a video on pixellab on how to use that to blend background. So guys, you have a lot coming up, so subscribe to the channel, turn up the notification bell so you get notified when we drop those videos. So to blend this to your background, this is what you have to do. Select the image. After selecting the image, at the down part here, at the bottom here, this hexagon tool, tap on that hexagon tool, then scroll to your right hand side. So as you keep on scrolling until you see what is called the eraser tool. So we are making use of this eraser tool. This is the eraser tool. All right, so tap on the eraser tool to so let me show you how this eraser tool works. So we want to clear the downside here so that it won't have a sharp edge, just like you see in the first part of the design. All right, so that's what we are trying to do here. Okay, so select this. You can see this sharp edge, so we want to work on that. So this controls the eraser tool. This controls how big the eraser is, and this controls how thick, how hard the eraser is. Okay, then the bottom one here controls the handle that carries the eraser. So let's do that now. So I'm going to show you. So now increase the size of the eraser, then make it a little thick. All right, something like that. So let's see. So increase the if you can see, when I increase the hardness, you can see what happens here. The eraser becomes a little bit blur. So that is what we are after. So increase it to the last part, then increase the eraser just like this. Then go to the bottom here. You go to the bottom here, increase the handle so that you can see what you are doing. So I'm going to increase the handle so you can see what we have done to our eraser. This is our eraser. So we have increased the handle so that we can use this handle to control the movement of the eraser. So we are going to do this now. So you just control this movement. You can make the eraser much bigger. So control this movement just like this. All right, something of this nature. Okay, so when you are done like this, tap on the good button so you can see what we have gotten there. The bottom part of this image is somehow blurred to the background, blending to the background of the green background. Okay, so let's move on. So the next thing is to bring in a blur shape over the down part of this image so that it looks a little bit blending to the background. So to do that, you have to bring in a shape. So go over to the plus button here to bring in a shape. Tap on that, tap on shapes. So for this, you are going to be using the square shape. So use this handle to bring down the square shape to together. Just bring it down like this. Take it over to this point. Then at the bottom here, scroll up. Reduce the first opacity that you see here to 0. It means it has no color, fill color. Then go down, increase the stroke to 40%, the last. Then go down and change the color to the color of the background which we are using. So put it together just like this. All right, then bring it down. Then go down to the last part and change the blur radius to the last part. Then when you are done with those settings I just mentioned, tap on the good button to check that. So you can now use this handle, make use of this handle to make the blur sharp a little just like this. So you can increase it the way you want. So we have something like this. So you can see the difference now. You can see that our image is now becoming blurry, and the down part of image is now blending well to the background. Okay, so that's what we are going after. So let's move this a little bit just like this. All right, so that's what we were going after. So we have gotten that. So the next thing to do is to duplicate the shape which we just added. Select the shape, tap on copy. So for this, you are going to rotate this, rotate it so that we can place it at this part. Okay, so that's what we are doing. So when you rotate it, okay, all right, so we can make it smaller and place it at this part just like this. So we can place it at this part just like that. Okay, so we have gotten something like this. So go to your layer panel to lock those stuff down so that it doesn't move. All right, then select the baby's image. We want to enhance the baby's image a little by using our brightness and all that. So select the baby's image. When the baby's image is selected, go down to the bottom part, select the hexagon tool, then tap on it, then scroll to your right and select color filters. So here you can see these color filters. Tap on the color filters. Then at this point you can increase the brightness or reduce it. So increase the brightness to around 16, increase the contrast to around 9, then go to the saturation and increase the saturation to around 11. Then okay, so those are the things you have to touch that touch there. So when you're done setting that, tap on the good sign and we have gotten the background. Okay, all right, so now go to the layer panel and lock the baby's image. So you can see I've locked everything in the background, okay, so that it doesn't move if I mistakenly tap on any of them. So what is left now is to create the white area under our background. So to do that, go to shape, select a shape, add a shape, give it a color of white, take it to the bottom part here, which we house the RSVP. Okay, so take this to the down area here. All right, so when you're done setting that, tap on the good mark to mark that, to confirm that. So now go to your layer panel and lock that to the background also. So what is left for us to do now is to add all our text. All right, and stay tuned to this video because there's a lot I'm going to be showing you. So let's take a look at this. So in this video I'll be showing you how to create this type of effect that house the date and the time, and also how to create this type of effect, the shadow effect that makes the shape looks as if it's bended. Okay, so those are the things I'm going to show you in this video, and it is very important. So stay to the end of this video so that you can learn that. All right, okay, so let's move on. So the next thing to create now is to start with our naming ceremony, which is the theme of this flyer. So most of you are creating flyer, you don't know what is supposed to be bigger and you don't know what is supposed to be smaller. So if you have been following this channel by now, you should understand how to do this. So let's create our naming ceremony text. So tap on the text, add a text. So bring down this text, double tap on it to change the content of this text. So for this text, we are going to call this text the naming. Okay, so we are going to call this text naming. Increase the size, put it at the center here. Okay, all right, so to change the font of this text, go to the A icon here, tap on the A icon. When you tap on this A icon, you are going to scroll to your right hand side where you will see font. So at this, change the font to, look at the font I'll be using. So if you have any similar font you can use, but in the description of this video I will give a link to download this particular pixellab I'm using, so that you don't have to start downloading font up and down. All right guys, so those are the things you will enjoy as you subscribe to this channel. So let's move on. So the text I'll be using for this the naming is okay, so the text I'll be using for this is the play fair display. So for this play fair display, I'll be using the play fair display. All right, play fair display black. This is the text I'll be using for this naming ceremony. So I'll select that text. All right, so this is the text. So I'll place this text at the center of this page. To know the center of the page, tap on this graph editor, then tap on the magnet tool here to snap it, so that when you move your text, it snaps to the center of the page. So this is the text. So in this text, we are going to add a gradient effect. So to add a gradient effect, which is a color, select the text, tap on the A icon at the down part of your screen, scroll to your right hand side and tap on color to add. So at this point, the default is going to be on color, but select gradient. So when you select a gradient, this is the gradient I'll be using for this. So you can see the gradient. You by now should know how to set gradient and order. If you don't know how to set your gradient, I'll link that in the description on a video that will show you how to do that. All right, so this is the gradient I'll be using for this design for the text. Okay, all right, so we have this gradient like this. So we want to add a stroke of white to this text so that it makes it pop out a little. So select the text, scroll to your right hand side and select stroke. So add a stroke. At default is going to be black, so select white. Okay, so you can see the effect of that white stroke. It makes our text pop out a little. All right, so select the text, copy it so that we don't have to do the same thing to the ceremony. So double tap on it, change the text content to ceremony. Okay, just like this. So we have that written there. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Alright guys, I know you are enjoying this video. Hit thumbs up to this video and subscribe to the channel. Alright guys, so let's move on. So the next text we are going to be adding is the so it says naming ceremony of their newly born baby. So to add the newly born baby text, so select the text, add a text, bring it bottom here to the down side, change the text content of this to of their newly born baby. Alright, so this is the text. So place it at the bottom here, reduce the size of this text and place it under the naming ceremony. So it is there now. So the next thing, copy this text, duplicate it, take it to the top here, edit the text. So this is the family name. So this in all capital letter, family of Mr. and Mrs. Dodson. So that's the name of the family of the people doing the naming their child. All right, family of Mr. and Mrs. Dodson. So change the font. You can change it. Use a bolder font for this. Okay, use a bolder font for the text. So that text is going to be here. Okay, so let's check the center of this page. Okay, this one should also be at the center. Okay, so we have something of this nature. So let's shift this up. Right. Okay guys, so the next thing we are going to be adding is the invite you to join them to share joy at that. Okay, so that's the next thing we will be adding now. So select this, let's create that shape now. So pay attention to this because most of you don't know how to do this, so pay attention to this. So to create that shape, go to the plus button at the top left corner of your screen, tap on shapes. So this is a shape now, so you can arrange this shape where you want it to be. Okay, so I want this shape to be somewhere here, just like this. Okay, so this is the shape. All right, so now how do you achieve a shape with only stroke and no feed? So I will explain this in this video. You can't get this type of video anywhere. So let's go down. So if you scroll down here at the bottom here, if you scroll down, you will see the first opacity here. You reduce the opacity to 0. It controls the fill. It means that the shape doesn't have any fill. So scroll down to stroke. You can see stroke here, the stroke width. So add a stroke width of around 2. Then scroll down to color. This other down color controls the color of the stroke, so we can use that as white. So we have that stroke there. So the next thing we have to add is the small triangle shape at the bottom of the shape, which it draws the viewer's eye to the naming ceremony. Okay, so let's add that now. Go back to shape, add a shape. So at this point, to bring out other shapes, tap on this arrow which I pointed, tap on the arrow, then add a rectangle shape just like this. So we can reduce the size of this rectangle to be small. The same thing, reduce the fill opacity to 0, then add a stroke. The stroke you are adding should be the same size with the rectangle shape which we added before. Change the stroke width to the stroke color to white. So select the shape. You can zoom out your screen by tapping on the plus icon here. Just tap on that. So use your 2 fingers to zoom your screen, move your screen to anywhere you want to, then confirm the zooming by tapping on only the magnifying glass here. So that will confirm your zooming. So you rotate the shape, the rectangular shape which we added. You can reduce the size. So rotate it, then take it to the point where you want it to be, just above the shape. Don't allow it to cross. Okay, just above this shape, just like that. So we have something like that. So let's go back to our normal view. All right, so now I'm going to merge the rectangular shape and the triangle shape that I just added. So to merge that, go to your layer panel. This is your layer panel. Go to your layer panel, then tap on this icon at the down side here. I'm teaching you now so that you will understand this better. So tap on this icon at the down part. So when you tap on that, you are going to, this interface is going to change like this. So I want to merge this shape, those two shapes. So you tick this checkbox, tick them. Okay, when you are done ticking, go down here to merge the two of them. So I'm going to merge. So they will ask you to confirm the merging, so tap on OK. All right, so now it has become the single shapes now has become two. The two shapes has become two, so you can reduce the two of them to get together just like this. Okay, all right, so we have something like this. So you can now bring down the family name here just like this to the center of the page. All right, so we have something like this. So we are going to copy the down text, copy it, bring it inside the box which we just created. So change the text content of this to invite. So I'm going to write this to join them to share joy at the. All right, so this is the text. Reduce the size of this text so that it enters inside the box here. So reduce the size of the text so that it fits inside the box. All right, so we have gotten something like this. So guys, pay attention now, because this is another part you will also like to know how I was able to do this effect. Okay, so this is it. All right, so let's move on. So the next thing is to create the this effect that you see here. So we are going to create this effect now, so pay attention to this. So let's go back to our pixellab and see how I was able to create that. So now go to your shape, add a shape, a rectangular shape just this way, put it down to the desired size that you want it to be, so change the color to this. Okay, change the color to this. So we have this color here. All right, so that's that. So place it just before the green shape and the white shape at the bottom. Okay, so we have been able to got that now. So at this point we can go to our layer panel and lock it down so that it doesn't move. Okay, so now add another shape, or you can simply copy the shape which we just added, or you can add another shape. Just add another shape just like this. Okay, so this other shape, change it to black, change the color to black. Okay, change the color to black. So reduce the size of this shape, push it down just like this. Okay, then use the rotation tool. This is the rotation tool. Rotate it as if you are snapping it just like this. Okay, something like this. So now we can put this here just like this. So you can see what I just did now. Put it here, then go to your layer panel. This is your layer panel. Tap on it, tap on your layer panel. So what we will do here is we have to move this the black shape under the orange shape that we created. How do you do that? You do that by long pressing on this point, this dotted line that you see here. Long press on it, so now you can now move it under. So you see what I just did now. So it is now under the shape. So let's blur out that shape so that it looks as if it is it looks like a shadow. So select this shape, then go to the hexagon icon at the top, at the down side here. Tap on the hexagon icon, then when you tap on that, go to shadow, apply a shadow, then increase the blur radius to the last, then tick good, then go back to look for opacity. All right, so here we are seeing the opacity here. So reduce the opacity of the shape to 0. So we have something like this. So now we can increase this shape, or we can make it bigger, then shift it under the shape just like this. Okay, so now copy this shape, copy it, bring it this other side, rotate it in the opposite direction. Then the same thing, go to the layer panel, long press and bring it down under the shape. So we have this cool effect just like this. So guys, so you see how I was able to do that. So this shape looks as if it is being bended, which is not. It's a straight shape. Alright, so now let's add the text inside the shape. So copy the first text at the top here, then copy that. So copy that, bring it over to the shape, double tap on it to change the text content. So the venue of this event is at St. John. This event is not happening, so don't come to St. John because you want to eat naming ceremony food. Okay, so St. John Catholic Church, Port Harcourt, which is where my location is. Port Harcourt, Rivers State, is in Nigeria. So alright, so we have gotten that now. So scale down this, make the Port Harcourt come on that, then go down, scroll to your right hand side. Here we see the alignment tool here. So we want this text to be center aligned. So scroll down at the bottom, so you are going to see align here. So tap on align, then tap on center align and put this text just the place it is. So we want to change the down part of this text to be black. Okay, so to do that, select the text, then scroll to the bottom side, scroll to the left hand side, then tap on color. So if you scroll down, just scroll down before selecting the color. So if you can see under here all the text are being highlighted. It means that if we apply a color, it will apply the color to all the text. The venue, it will apply the color to all of them. So to apply each color to any part of this text that you want to, this is what you do. So you can see these two icon, these two highlightation icon here. So you can long press on that and highlight only the text that you want to apply the black color to. So select the black, so you can see what happened there. It changes the color to black. Okay, the same way if you want to write long line of text and apply different font to different type or to different side of the text, that's how you do it. So now let's do that. So go to font. So when you go to font, go to recent. So I'm going to apply a thinner font to from the Port Harcourt. So let's highlight. So at the top here, you highlight the side you want to apply the font to. So I highlight that. Then I'm going to apply the Golden Book to that font. So you can see what happens there. Okay, so that's how I know. I hope you have learned something new today. So you apply that in your next design that you are doing. So we have been able to apply that to our design. So the next thing we want to do is to add the down text which was in the original design. So to do that, we select this other text, copy it, bring it down, change the color to black. Okay, at this point I'm going to be a little bit fast. So change the color to black, change the text content, RSV, put this semicolon. So we are going to change this number to any number of your choice, which in real world is going to be your client number. So increase the size of this just like this and put it under here. So we want to make the RSV, we want to change the font so that we don't want that font to be bold. So we are going to use a thin font for that. Okay, cool guys, so we have something like this. So guys, I'm observing something. It seems the shadow is entering the down text. So to move it up, to move this entire block of element up without merging them. To do that, pay attention. These are another tips that you have to learn in this video. To do that, go to your layer panel. The same way as if you want to merge, select it, select the part of the text, the element you want to move. At this other option now, we are not going to merge them, we are just going to move it up. So to move it up, select this other icon, tap on the icon, then select, this is the move. Okay, this one here is the move, icon. Okay, you can rotate them also, that's the move icon. So you have to use this this control to move it anywhere you want to move. So at this, you want to move it up a little, you can still move it up a little, then confirm it when you are done moving. So let's move the white area shape up a little. So let's move this up. So select it and move it up just like this. Okay guys, so we have something like this. So let's do this. Okay, so the next thing we want to create now is the date and yes, the date and the time of this event. So this is another cool tips that you have to learn, then you can use it in your subsequent design that you are creating. So to do that, go to the plus button here, go to the plus button, go to shapes. Sorry, this video is going to be long because I want you to know everything I am doing here. So add this shape here. So this is the shape, reduce the size a little. So that's the shape. So in this shape, add a gradient effect. So go to gradient, add this gradient. Okay, then scroll to shadow, add a shadow, change the color of this shadow to yellow, so we can see the effect of the shadow on this shape. So let's zoom this out so that we can know what we are doing. So we have added this shape. So now is to add a text, which is add a text. Double tap on this to change the content of this text. So this text is going to be Sunday 7th May. Alright, so this is the text. So take this text over to the shape, and place it rightly. Alright, so we have that text. So the next thing is to add another circle. So go to shape, add a circle again, add a circle, reduce the size of this circle. This circle now will house the time of this event. Okay, let's zoom this out because we need to be able to use our finger to move this circle. So scale down this. Alright, so just at that position. So copy this text, copy the text, change the text content to 10 AM, put the AM at the bottom. So put the 10 AM here. So my finger cannot move this again. I'm going to zoom it out again, just like this. Alright, so I'm going to change the color of this text to black. So now I will use the position to move this, to move the text, because my finger can no longer move it again. So now change the size of this text again so that it enters into the circle. So use the position to move it just like this. Alright, so now we can go back to our normal position. So we have something like that up there. So the next thing is to create the circle that runs the date and the time. So to do that, go to shape, add a shape, change the shape to circle. So remove the fill of this shape, reduce the fill to 0, then add a stroke of around 2 or 3, then change the stroke color to white. So now let's reduce this shape and take it over to this. So let's zoom this out so that we'll see what we are doing. Zoom it out a little. Alright, so take the shape here, reduce the size of this shape again, and place it just close to the center of this. Okay, so we have something like this. So you can see that this shape is crossing the time and the time. Yes, so now we want to use our eraser to erase that part out. So select the shape, go to erase your eraser. So now you can increase the size of your eraser, then leave the hardness. So increase the size of your eraser. So now we can use this to erase that. So that is being erased. So now let's create a chunk of this stuff. So we can erase some part just like this to create a variation in this stuff. Okay, so we have something like this. So let's go back to our normal design. So cool guys, we have been able to achieve something like this. So we are going to save this as as an image, then I'll link down in the description of this video a video that will show you how to enhance this design. Okay, so because this video is already long, so I'll link down in the description of this video. It will show you, you will see a video on how to use PixArt to enhance the quality of this design to make it sharp and cool. Okay guys, so we have gotten to the end of this video. Give a thumbs up to this video if it was helpful, and turn off the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Do not forget, if you don't subscribe to this channel, you are not going to get any notification when I drop another video. So guys, check in the description of the video and you see a video on that, on how to enhance the quality of this design. So guys, I will see you in my next video.